Hi, so we'll discuss functions now. So what is function? Function is basically a relation between two variables. Generally, it's expressed between y and x. As you can see, let's say y equals 5x minus 11 is a linear function. Okay, we have seen this is in the form of a line. So this is called function of x and y in terms of x. Similarly, y equals x square minus 8x plus 15 is a function of x in terms of y, right? So y is expressed in terms of x. So this is a function of x, right? So that's why instead of y, we can use f of x. What is f of x? Function of x. So instead of saying y equals 5x minus 11, I can say f of x is, this f of x is nothing but y. Y is function of x. So what we are essentially saying is, in the xy plane, if this is x, you can say this is either y or function of x. Both are same. Now, how to solve basic questions of functions? Let's say if a function is defined by 2x plus 7, right? F of x is 2x plus 7. You have to find f of 1. Now, what is f of 1? F of 1 is this. Instead of x, you have to replace x by 1. Remember, in this, you will need to replace x by 1. So, f of 1 will be equal to 2 multiplied by 1 plus 7. Right? This is equal to 2 plus 7 or 9. Now, similarly, f of negative 3. So, you will need to replace x by negative 3. So f of negative 3 is 2 multiplied by negative 3 plus 7, which is negative 6 plus 7 or 1. I've seen a lot of students getting confused that they replace entire 2x by negative. No, they replace entire 2x. No, you need to only replace the x. Remember. So when you have to find f of 2x, I will replace x by 2x. Okay. So f of 2x becomes 2 times of 2x. Remember, the focus is only on the x and not on their coefficients. So this becomes what? 4x plus 7. Similarly, f of 1 by x, I will replace x by 1 upon x. So f of 1 upon x is 2 times of, in place of x, I replace 1 upon x plus 7, which is 2 upon x plus 7. Similarly, f of x plus 1, I'll replace x by x plus 1. Again, when you're replacing, you'll need to introduce parentheses. See, everywhere I'm introducing parentheses because the coefficient 2 gets multiplied to everything that is being replaced. So 2 into x plus 2 into 1 plus 7. So I get 2x plus 9. Hope the basics of functions are clear. How do you replace, right? How do you find out f of any value if f of x is given? Now, the same way, we can use the functions to draw the graph, right? We know that f of x is same as y. That means the f of x values are the y values in a certain xy plane. We have seen in equation of line how for a certain x value, the y value is plotted on the graph, right? So for example, y is x plus 2. If I have to find value of y when x is equal to 1, when x is 1, the y value is 3. So the point on the graph is something like this, right? And when x is 0, which is here, y is 2. So I can draw a line like this. So you can use points, okay, value of x to find value of y, and draw the points so that you can find the approximate shape of the graph, or you can draw the graph of that particular function, right? Any function f of x can be graphed in the coordinate plane by equating y with the value of function. So we have seen. So for any x in the domain of the function, okay, now what is the function? Function is this entire xy plane, or the function is what is given, right? So this is a function. Now what is domain? This can be a bit confusing. Few of you would know this already. Domain, for now you remember, is x value. Okay, domain is x value that function can take, or f of x can take. Okay, this is in layman words. Domain is x value. Range, domain and range you would have come across. Range is y value. Okay, y value for that particular domain, or for that particular x value. So for any x in the domain of the function, the point with the coordinates x and f of x, or x and y, is on the graph of f, and the graph consists entirely of these points. Like we have seen, this is what, 1 comma 3, this is 0 comma 2. All these points will satisfy this graph or this function. That's what they are saying. I hope these two statements are clear. And let's take an example. Consider the function f of x is x square. Okay, so y is x square, or f of x is x square, and try to draw the graph by taking several x values. Now there are some standard x values that I suggest you to take. X is like 0, 1, -1, 2, -2, and so on. Especially you can see this is a quadratic graph, right? This is not linear. Now I hope this is clear. Now when x is 0, f of x is 0 square, which is 0. And when x is 1, f of x is 1 square. And when x is -1, then f of x is still 1. -1 whole square is 1. X is 2, it is 4. X is -2, f of x is still +4. So by substituting some x values, what did we get? We get the y values. So the points on the graphs are x comma f of x. So the points that I got is x0, f of x0, x1 and f of x1, x-1, f of x1, x2, y4, or f of x, x-2, and y is 4. So on y-axis, f of x and y, or on the x-axis. So you will need to draw this point. 0, 0 is first. When x is 1, y is 1. So this is the second point. Third point, when x is -1, y is still 1. And when x is 2, y is 4. So you see y increases a bit exponentially. Okay, now when you're drawing graph, I can see something like this, right? Don't draw graph like this. Graph is always like a arc, like a curve. So if we have to draw this graph, probably I'll draw something like this. Okay, like a U-shaped. So this is how for any function you can find the graph by taking some x values which are in the domain and the corresponding y or f of x values. I hope this is clear how to graph a function. Okay, a similar question we have solved in previous also in equation of circle, I guess. Find the number of intersections of the parabola and the line. Okay, so we have used the same parabola. What we'll do is we'll quickly draw the graph again of f of x. So we have 0 and 0, 1, 1, negative 1, 1, 2 and 4, negative 2 and 4. Okay, so this is the graph of y equals to x square. So let's say yeah, something like this. It's continuous graph. This is y equals x square. Now we'll draw this line. How do we draw the line? You can either take some points of x and find the relevant points of y. Like when x is 0, y is, or f of x is 2. When x is 1, f of x is 3. When x is negative 1, I'm taking those same values. So negative 1 plus 2, f of x is 1. When x is 2, this is 4. And when x is negative 2, y is 0. So 0 comma 2. So let me use a different coloring. Yeah, when x is 0, y is 2. When x is 1, y is 3. Sorry, I've drawn it wrong. So this is the, when x is 0, y is 2. When x is 1, y is 3. When x is 2, y is 4. Okay, these 2 points are the same. And when x is negative 1, y is 1. Okay, this also matches. And x is negative 2, y is 0. If I have to draw this graph, the graph would look something like this. It's a straight line, right? So you can easily, this is the graph y equals x plus 2. So by taking some x values, you find the f of x and get the point. And you can see how many number of intersections the graph, both of these graphs are intersecting at 2 points. So the number of intersections are 2. So using the property of graph of function, you can answer these questions. Okay, the same way you can try. So circle we have seen already. We all know this is circle with center, origin and radius 5. Let's say this is 5. And we have seen the graph of y equals x square, right? 0, 0, 1, 1, negative 1, 1, 2 and 4, and negative 2 and 4. So something like this. So it becomes easy with practice. The number of intersections are 2. Okay, one last question. This is a bit on the higher side from the perspective of test. For which of the following functions is f of a plus b equals f of a plus f of b? For all positive numbers a and b. So there are two ways of solving this, that for each and every option I find f of a plus b, f of a and f of b, and add them in terms of a and b. Or they said these are positive numbers, so I might substitute and check, because this should be satisfying, okay, for all positive numbers a and b. So I would just take, let's say a is 1 and b is 2. So in that case, what is it that I have to check? I have to check that f of 1 plus 2 is equal to f of 1 plus f of 2. That means f of 3 is equals to f of 1 plus f of 2. So for all these functions, what I need to find? F of 1, f of 2, and f of 3. What is f of 1? First, let's start with a. 1 square, 2 square, f of 3 is 3 square. So this is not the answer. F of 3 should be equal to f of 1 plus f of 2. This is out. For b, f of x is x plus 1. So f of 1 will be 1 plus 1. F of 2 will be 2 plus 1. And f of 3 will be 3 plus 1. Is this satisfying? 4 is equal to... No, right? 2 plus 1 is not equal to 4. So this is out. F of x is x. So this is easiest. F of 1 is 1. F of 2 is 2. F of 3 is 3. So this will satisfy. Now f of x is 2 upon x. So f of 1 is 2 upon 1. And f of 2 is 2 upon 2, which is 1. And f of 3 is 2 upon 3. So this is never going to be the answer. 2 plus 1 is 3. It's not 2 upon 3. Now, f of x is negative 3x. So negative 3 into 1, f of 1. F of 2 is negative 3 into 2. F of 3 is negative 3 into 3. So if I add negative 3 plus of negative 6, I get negative 9. So this also satisfies. So this can be a question of GRE and not GMAT. So this is how you can substitute, or if you use a plus b, you will still get the answer, but it might take longer time. Okay, so I hope the concept of functions and how to substitute, okay, values of x to get values of f of x and how to graph is clear, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.